Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi guys, we are from group 1. Today we will present about navigation of accounting information system. Okay, the first is logging on to SAP system. You can access SAP using a front-end program with a variety of design. However, all SAP components can be accessed using a common front-end program, namely the SAP Graphical User Interface. SAP Graphical User Interface is the standard program for accessing most SAP solutions. Several SAP Graphical User Interface variants are available. After that, this variant matches a chart but was first used in a different situation. For simplicity's sake, there is an additional description related to the SAP Graphical User Interface for Windows. The SAP Graphical User Interface, SAP provides another program, namely SAP Logon. When you call SAP Logon, a window will display the SAP system there. When you call SAP Logon, a window will display the SAP system where you can log on. Login process. Before you log on for the first time, the system administrator will provide you with a default password. During the logon process, you must enter a new password which only you know yourself. After that, use the password you create every logon. Okay, next. General screen layout. After you specify a tree type and a unique format tree ID on the initial screen of the data medium exchange engine, it is divided to the part. The first is tree structure, and the second on the left side of the screen, you define your format tree by intersecting it in a hierarchical structure. And the third is detailed view, and the fourth is when you insert a need in the format tree, detailed information is displayed to the right of the tree in the top frame. Here you specify additional data depending on the tree and node type. The information is displayed like a card index. After that, you navigate between different areas by choosing the tabs along the top. And the last is sort or target files. The bottom right frame contains all sort files for outgoing files or target files for incoming files that the system makes available for you based on the tree type you specified on the initial data medium exchange engine screen. Thank you. The next presentation will be continued by my friend. Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Konita Martia. We study number 232. I'm presenting material about public list and role-based user menu. There are the SAP standard menu and role-based user menu. The SAP standard menu is a complete list of all possible transactions and reports offered by the system. Role-based user menu are collection of activities used in business scenario. User can access transactions, report, or web-based applications through their role-based menu, like by creating their own favorite list. System administrators can use table users _SMM to determine whether or not users are allowed to switch between the SAP menu and their role-based menu. Using favorites in SAP use easy access. Using favorites in SAP Easy Access, you can create a favorite list containing transactions, link to files, internet address, and at all. The difference between the SAP Standard menu and the role-based user menu. SAP Standard is a complete list of all possible transactions and report offered by the system. The role-based user menu is activities are used in business scenario and user can access transactions, reports, or web-based applications via their menu business role. Keep in mind that even if a user is limited based on a role-based user menu, the user can still execute transactions using T-code on command file. Of course, as long as the user has permission for the T-code allowed. The next slide will be presented by my college.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name Asadila, NIM 408. Here I will explain about it multiple session. Two ways to log on. Multiple log on. Use multiple log on or multiple session. Command when doing multiple log on. Continue with this log on and any other log on of this use system. The second multiple session is opening multiple windows or session simultaneously, like opening several Microsoft Word documents simultaneously. The maximum session or windows that can be opened simultaneously is 6 windows. Adding a new session can be done by clicking create new session. As in the picture above, there is create new session. Using multiple session allows you to open multiple windows at a same computer on the same computer. Can create a new session at any time. Useful for see other transaction. Several sessions are of independent of session else, and other session data will not take effect. The maximum number of open 6 session. The next slide will be continued by my friend.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Alina Haryanti with the student ID number 789. Here I will continue the presentation from my friend, namely the status bar. The status bar provides general information on the SAP system and the transaction of text on which you are working. At the left of the status bar, system messages are displayed. The right-hand side of the status bar contains three fields: one with information on the server, two with information on the status. At the far left of the status bar, there is identifies error message and identifies other system message. To hide or display the status fields, choose the icon to the left or right. To display the following system information, choose in the first status field. There is system, client, user, program, transaction, and response time. The second status field displays the server to which you are connected. The third status field specifies your data entry mode. By choosing this field, you can toggle between the insert INS and override OVR modes. The next is help features. The SAP system provides comprehensive online help. The help menu contains the following options. The first is application help. This is display comprehensive help for the current application. Selecting this menu option in the initial screen displays help on getting started with my SAP ERP. And then SAP library is all online documentation can be found here. And glossary is allow a search for definition of terms. And then release notes is displays notes that describe functional change that occur between my SAP ERP releases. And SAP Service Marketplace is enable access to the SAP Service Marketplace. And create a support message is you can create a problem message directly from the SAP system. And then setting allow you to select settings for help. And then use F1 for help on fields, menus, function, and message. F1 help also provides technical information on the relevant fields, including, for example, the parameter ID, which you can use to assign values to the field. Use F4 for information on what values you can enter. You can also access F4 help for a selected field using the button immediately to the right of that field. If input fields are marked with a small icon with a check mark, then you can only continue in the application by entering a permitted value.
So many presentations from our group, more or less apologies, and thank you so much.